It's the Guardian series.
Alright, we have to do that time thing. We have to follow where this guy goes. He jumped?
Please fall off the ledge.
Oh my god.
Oh, he did.
That was suicide.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Infinity Well. I am Larry Stahl coming at you here with part 3 of the Avengers Week. Here every day we have been going over each of the individual Avengers. Sunday was Captain America, Monday was Iron Man, but now Tuesday we get to talk about Thor Odinson himself, or Donald Blake, for those of you older Thor fans out there. So the character of Thor is essentially... he is the son of Odin. He is of Asgard. He is from Asgard. And he is pretty much a soon-to-be future king from Norse mythology. He's supposed to be the king of Asgard. Of course, everybody knows him to have the hammer, and in the Marvel movies right now, he is carrying the axe known as Stormbreaker. And he is actually one of my favorite Avengers on the team right now. Now, his powers, of course, he has manipulation of lightning and things like that. That is why he is considered the god of thunder. He is a he has super strength. He can live to be thousands of years old. Like, if it gives you any idea, in the Avengers, he talks about how he's about 2,000 years old. So Thor's been around for quite some time. Yeah, because all of the Asgardian history dates all the way back to BC. You know, it's really cool stuff. A lot of Viking war stories to be told there. But when we talk about his role in the MCU, his role in the Avengers, in the comic books, his role with the Avengers, he was one of the original founding members, one of the original 5, and in fact, if it wasn't for the story of Thor, the Avengers would have never formed. Because Thor, as you know, his brother is Loki, the god of mischief. And because of that, you know, Loki has caused trouble on Earth before, and because of the events that unfolded in issue 1 of the Avengers, where Loki brainwashed Hulk, the Avengers had to come together to calm the Hulk down, and then take Hulk with them to go and stop Loki. He's an absolutely great character. He has many stories, and he hasn't always been on the Avengers, but whenever he is on the Avengers, he is a true powerhouse and very well-respected member. But when it comes to his role in the MCU, in Marvel Studios' Avengers, he is one of the founding members again. But not only that, but he sort of works as like the powerhouse of the team, and sort of their know-all, tell-all of space and cosmic. Because as you all know, in the first Avengers movie, Loki was the villain, and if it wasn't for Thor being there kind of guiding them, they would have went in clueless. So yeah, it's really great to see Thor in the MCU, and especially his journey. I will say I'm not a fan of the first and second Thor movies, but since we've seen him in Ragnarok and Infinity War, and now in the upcoming Endgame movie, I gotta say I am very excited to see where they take his character next, because he went from a good character to a great character. And even in in the first Avengers movie and in the second Avengers movie, he was a good character. But something about the way that they were adapting him at that time just didn't quite sit right with me. Now, I will say that the Avengers movies probably have the most comic-accurate version of Thor, but Thor Ragnarok and forward contains probably the most entertaining version of Thor. It's sort of like if you were to keep him as a serious character, and like he was in his first 2 own movies, and then throw him into the world of Ragnarok, it just wouldn't quite work out. So when they retroactively went back and decided to kind of say like, oh, well, he spends a lot of time around Tony Stark when he was on the Avengers, so he kind of talks more like him now. He's a bit more lippy. He has a little more of a sense of humor to him and that kind of attitude. It makes him more viable to see him in sort of the spacefaring buddy adventure kind of story. And then when we see him in Infinity War, when he gets everything ripped away from him, when he gets when his brother dies, half of his people are killed and the other half escapes to try to go find refuge. And when Heimdall is killed as well, it really takes Thor into this happy medium of like what we got in Ragnarok and what Thor was before, to turn him into probably the most comic book accurate version of Thor we've seen. And not only that, a better overall character to be showing off inside of the MCU. And also, when it comes to Infinity War and Endgame, a lot of questions are being asked on which characters are going to die. Of course, we are not going to know until the movie comes out on Thursday and you see it, or you don't go see it and you just look online for spoilers or something like that. But as of right now, I can honestly say I don't know about Thor. With the character of Thor, first of all, Chris Hemsworth pretty much has said little to nothing about his role in the MCU ending. We all know that his film contract with Marvel Studios and Disney is up, but he keeps constantly telling everybody, hey, if Marvel wants me around, I'll stay around, especially if Taika Waititi wants to direct a fourth Thor movie. You know, I'm A-okay with that. I'm totally okay with that if that ends up being the case. Or maybe the fact that Chris Hemsworth is one of the only original MCU actors that keeps saying, I want to stick around, I want to stick around. Maybe that's him kind of nudging us away from the fact that he might end up dying in this movie. Because truly, who knows? You know, it's really just a matter of us going and seeing the movie, as I've said about the previous two videos and characters. But with Thor, it really is up in the air right now, you know? Like, we've had famous stories where Cap dies. It would make the most sense for Tony to die in the MCU. But with Thor, it's up in the air. But if I were to sort of recommend you guys a book that would be able to tell you the most, or give you one of the greatest senses of the character of Thor, that is, a really great book to read, especially with him being in the context of the Avengers, would be Avengers Prime, as written by Brian Michael Bendis. I actually feel kind of weird because I keep recommending Brian Michael Bendis, but he has a lot of really great stories, and he has a very great grasp on the characters, and it would actually be really great to see more of what he has brought to the books, to the movies. And it used to be that way. Brian Michael Bendis used to have a say back in the day, but I digress. Avengers Prime, as done by Brian Michael Bendis, it's a pretty sure it's like a 3-issue story, but like each of the issues was like double sized. Essentially, it's Captain America and Iron Man learning how to mend the friendship that was broken in Civil War. But Thor has a very great deal to do with that, and you kind of get a sense of how the realms work, you get a sense of how Asgard works, and you get to see how important of a member of the Avengers in the Marvel Universe landscape that Thor is to all of the other characters. It's an absolutely great book, and I highly recommend you check it out. A link will be in the description below. And before we go, I would like to plug a very great Facebook page called I Freaking Love Marvel Comics. They allow me to promote my videos from time to time, and I'm very grateful for that. But not only that is what makes them great. It's a great community. Everybody is a genuine fan of Marvel, and as their Facebook group title suggests, they freaking love Marvel Comics. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out the page, like I said, link in the description below. You will be fed all sorts of information, and you will get to learn to love the Marvel Universe along with them. And now, real quick, I did not get to mention it in the previous 2 Avengers Week videos that I did, but we are going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the week. This is for Avengers No Road Home issue 1. It is going to be a free digital code that you can redeem on the Marvel Comics app. All you need to do is leave a comment on any of these videos with what you think is going to happen in Avengers Endgame. And if you guys can get close, or the closest to how it ends, or nail it exactly on the head, the first person to leave that comment is going to win this digital code. So be sure to leave a like down below and a comment. And feel free to subscribe for more content like this video. This is an entirely Marvel-based channel, and we talk about games, comics, movies, and so forth. So again, I'm Larry Stahl, and thanks for watching. And face front, true believer, this is the end of the video.